Hello everybody out there, this is Seto Kaiba from your Yu-Gi-Oh chat channel. Today I'm going to be talking about what I feel are the three worst matches, mirror matches mind you, that I feel like are in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. So let's go off with the number three worst mirror match I believe out there. Number three would have to be Herald of Perfection versus Herald of Perfection. I once witnessed a Hail Perfection deck versus another Hail Perfection deck. If you guys know my Hail of Perfection deck, my friend was using that deck and he was facing another guy who was playing Hail of Perfection. We did not know at the time that he was actually playing Hail of Perfection at the time. So pretty much what happens is the other guy goes Hail of Perfection first turn and my friend gets bug eyes and it's like, oh my gosh, this is going to be ridiculous. Because pretty much, as you know, Hail of Perfection negates every stuff. Pretty much it became a negation war where pretty much everybody, both of them went back and forth negating their own, each other's moves. And finally it came down to my friend pulling an awesome play off. And pretty much what happened was he had Archlord Christia, he had Master Hyperion, he had one of the Shining Balls in his hand, and he had Valhalla the Fallen on the field. Valhalla the Fallen pretty much states that you can special summon a fairy type monster if you have nothing else on the field. So pretty much what happened is he draws into Orange of Light. So he special summons the opponent only had one card in hand, only one card, and so he figured that that's probably a fairy monster he's going to use to negate something. So he baits the guy out by doing Master Hyperion. Gets the Master Hyperion out, the guy negates it. Because the guy activated the effect, he goes Herald of Orange Light on the guy. Negates the monster's effect, and from there he proceeds to win. The guy had nothing else to negate Herald of Orange Light's effect, so thus he couldn't stop it. The second most worst duel I've ever seen for mirror matches is Exodia FTK. Well, OTK, whatever you want to call it, FTK I call it. That I once was at regionals. I think it was the Philly regionals a couple of years ago. They had regionals at Philly, and I was up there, and I witnessed about 2 years ago two Exodia guys in a match. They were pretty much two Exodia players playing Exodia FTK, and they were going against each other. They didn't know at the time they were both playing Exodia. You could tell, because the guy first turn pretty much goes Exodia. He gets most of the pieces. You can tell, and it pretty much became a drawing war from then on out in the match. Both of them are pretty much doing everything to draw to see who can get Exodia much quicker. It was very, very hilarious. There was pretty much no monsters on field. They were just drawing their cards because they both figured out quickly that they were both playing Exodia. And it was ridiculous how crazy that game got. And even one of the guys said, "What do you side against Exodia FTK if you're playing Exodia FTK?" It, it was one of the most hilarious duels I've ever seen in my life. Now, the number one worst mirror match I feel like that there is in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Dark World versus Dark World. It is awful. I've personally had, because I play Dark World monsters, I have to admit it's one of the worst games I've ever had when I play Dark World versus Dark World. And I feel that even though Dark Worlds have weaknesses against Soul Drain, Macro, Defissure, stuff like that, I feel one of the other reasons that's unmentioned why Dark Worlds didn't, top in super major events is for the fact that you got the Dark World mirror match is so awful that you're probably killing off the other Dark World players from doing any good. And so when Dark Worlds first came out, I wonder if that's one of the reasons why people didn't play it. The mirror match was awful, if not one of the worst in Yu-Gi-Oh! I feel like, and maybe that's why I don't know. I just feel that there's a reason. That's one of the reasons why Dark Worlds have never done super good in their entire history. And I mean, I've been playing Dark Worlds since back when Silver and Gold were your main target, boss monsters. But it's such an awful mirror match. I mean, my gosh, you freaking, all your discard things, the part where you want to pick apart your opponent's hand by using, Mind Crush and, Drag Down and Discard All and freaking all those cards, you can't use them. The cards I had to use to get out of that was Fable Raven, and pretty much you had Fable Raven, and what was the other card? Doc Smog. You as soon as you figured out you were going to the first match, if you were Darkhorn against Darkhorn, was annoying. You literally went to the side deck and you put in your Doc Smogs, your Fable Raven, so you could pretty much go into match 2 and hopefully do a lot better. Because otherwise, it was just an awful match to begin with. But those are my top 3 worst mirror matches, which I believe are in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Tell me, do you think there's a one that's worse than those 3? And if so, please tell me down below. Take care, everybody. Have fun. Remember to subscribe if you like this channel. And Seto Kaiba, I'm out of here. Good luck dueling to all of you guys.